What's up, gang? Paul Dominic here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about why texting and messaging 24/7 is killing your relationships. Now, I have a girlfriend. I don't text my girlfriend all day, every day. Number one, I don't have time to. But number two, most importantly, is that there's just no need to do it. And if I did do it, by the time I got home and we were having dinner, there would be nothing to talk about. What am I going to sit there and do? Hey babe, what are you doing? What's going on? How's work? Constantly just talking all day. And by the time I get home, I have no need to find out any more information about how her day was because I already know. I already found out everything I needed to know. And then when we go to have dinner at night, there's just awkward silence. Not necessarily awkward, but there's silence. There's no desire to know about their day because I already know. We were texting all day. Okay, I see a lot of couples when they go out to eat, they go have dinner with each other, they sit there in silence and look at their phones. Why is that? I believe it's because they were talking all day, And the same thing goes with your friends. I talk to my friends, but I text them mainly for two reasons. Number one, to check in and see how they're doing. If I haven't heard from them in a few days or maybe a week or two, if I heard from them, then I text them just to see how they're doing. But number two, primarily, I text them to see when they're available to meet up. Okay? I'm texting them to arrange a day and time to hang out so we can have face-to-face, eye-to-eye interaction where we can hang out in person. Okay? I don't want our relationship to be based off of, Snapchats and memes and Instagram DMs. Like I see a lot of people doing. You could walk on any college campus, you'll see a group of guys hanging out and they're all just sitting there looking at their phone. They'll be texting each other and DMing each other while standing face to face. Okay? And this is a problem because we'll spend so much time talking on the phones and texting each other and finding out all this new information, finding out what they're doing, how their life is going, and what they've been up to. That by the time we actually get to meet up in person, there's nothing to talk about. So we start to view face-to-face interaction with our friends and people we care about as boring and as stupid, as not interesting, which makes us feel uncomfortable. So over time, we start to retract, and instead of prioritizing face-to-face interaction, we flip it and we put the priority and the highest value on digital communication because that's where we find out all the new information. Okay, so we stop wanting to hang out with our friends as much in person, and then we Snapchat them more, we DM them more, we text them more. We don't even call them, we might FaceTime them for 5-10 minutes, right? And we stop hanging out as much because hanging out in person is boring. And it's not boring. It's only boring because you've already done the talking, or you found out what they've been up to and how they are, what's new in their life. You already did that all throughout the week when you were texting them every day. Okay, so we feel a desire to know about people's lives when there's a lack of presence, when we don't see them as much, when we don't hear from them as much. We start to miss them more, and we want to know what's going on because we're not seeing them as much, right? It's like, imagine this is like the 1800s and our friend lives across town or maybe in a different state or a different town, whatever. And I want to talk to them. Well, I can't just pull out a phone and text them. I can't just pull out my phone and call them. What do I have to do? I have to write them a handwritten letter. I get my ink, I dip it. I get my pen and I dip it in the ink and I start writing. I tell them all about my life, what's new, how's everyone doing, a new job I'm working, fun things I've been up to, adventures I'm going on. And then you ask them questions. You're writing a page, 2-page, 3-page letter to your friend. Now, how is that letter delivered? Horseback. It's delivered horseback. And how long does that take? Well, depending on where you're going, back then it could have been days, weeks, months, maybe even a year. Okay? You might have you had to wait months and weeks and maybe up to a year to hear from your friend if they didn't live nearby. And what happens when they received your letter? They were ecstatic. They were jumping with joy to receive your letter. Okay? It was because of your lack of presence that created desire in them and that emotion to get excited because they want to know what you're doing and they're about to find out. Oh my God, how are they? This is what they've been up to. Okay, the lack of presence created that desire. The lack of availability. Okay, they received your letter. Now they're going nuts reading it. They're hanging on every single word you wrote. They're loving. It's a full-blown experience for them to read your letter. They got excited. They could feel the passion in your words. And then they start to read your questions, and then they start writing, and then they write you back, and they mail out your letter, and they can't wait for the next exchange. Now think about texting today. What's up? Not much. What are you doing? Chilling. What are you doing? Chilling. Cool. Talk to you later. Boom. Next day. What's good, bro? None. Oh. Cool. Talk to you later. What's up, dude? What are you doing? None. Chilling. What are you doing? Talk to you later. Etc. Do you see the difference in the impact of the messaging and the intention of the messaging, right? Today's texting, that example I just gave you, it means nothing. It's empty, it's hollow, it's shallow, it's boring. There's no emotion, there's no feeling, right? There's nothing special about it. Those type of conversations really don't go anywhere deep, because since you're doing that little conversation every single day, you're already filled in on the details. What's there left to talk about? Now you're just talking to talk. But it doesn't mean anything. It's not special, right? That is the difference between communication today and communication before we had phones and we had cars, stuff where we just go deliver our mail and drive to go see somebody, right? Communication actually meant something. So the saying, it's absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's a saying I've always heard. When I talk to my friends, when we meet up in person, the phones go off. We look each other in the eye and we talk to each other. We connect, we vibe. Out of genuine interest and curiosity, we ask questions, and we take an interest in their life, and we want to find out what's going on, and we can't wait for them to. I can't wait for them to ask me questions back, and we talk. Right? That's lost today. Now, just because it's lost doesn't mean we can't get it back. We could definitely bring it back. But we're going to have to make big changes in our life in order to do so. That one change might involve retracting a little bit. I'm not saying don't participate in your relationships more, because what I'm advising you to do will increase your participation in relationships. But it's going to change dynamic in a way that instead of spending more time on your phone talking to your friends, you're going to spend more time in person talking to your friends. Okay? We need to get away from this, communication of constantly texting. We gotta stop doing that as much. And if we do find ourselves texting, we need to be intentional about our text and what we want from it. And ultimately, when we're texting someone we care about, we want to text them to set a date and time to hang out. Okay? Say if we're texting, like if I'm texting my girlfriend in the morning, I'm on A to training or Philadelphia for whatever reason, I'm gonna let her know. Listen, I hope you have a good day, and we'll talk tonight. That's it. That might be the only text we share all day. But when I get home, I can't wait to find out what she's been doing. We're gonna have a full-blown conversation over dinner, over a meal, and we're gonna spend time with each other talking. Unlike a lot of couples I see today when they go out to dinner, they just sit and look at their phones. Okay, so we need to get away from that, and we need to introduce this new habit into our lives where we're going to enhance the quality of our relationships by participating in more face-to-face interaction. So we're going to be a lot less talking, we're going to do a lot less texting, and we're going to do a lot more talking eye-to-eye, face-to-face. So when you feel the need to text your friends this week, instead of saying, "What's up, bro? What are you doing? None, cool, none much." No, say, "Yo, dude, what's going on? Are you available Friday night? Let's meet up for a drink. Let's grab a coffee. Let's take a walk. Let's get a workout. Let's film a YouTube video. Let's go do jiu-jitsu," right? So we're not just going to talk. We're going to be intentional with our text and our messaging, and we're always going to prioritize face-to-face interaction. So while we're texting, we are texting to set up a day to hang out. Okay? When we're texting our significant other, we're not going to try to have an hour-long conversation, endless thread of text, right? "Have a good day, babe. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk tonight. Can't wait to see you later." And that's it. You'll see how actually by doing less, you'll get so much more out of your relationships, and overall, you'll be a lot happier, and the connection you feel when you finally do meet up with these people, it'll be strong. You'll feel it. It'll be high energy, and you'll be vibing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this message. It's super important. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you don't already, follow me on Twitter. It's at Paul M. Dominic. That's where I do a lot of my writing content. As always, like the video, drop me a comment with any recommendations or questions you have, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content. All right, guys, cheers. Have a great day.